my goal is to try to get people who can't understand where we're coming from, where you see what's going on in the world right now.
I panicked a little bit.
Hey man, it brings back the old days.
But I was always ready to go. Anytime you show up to the party with this, it better be drinkable.
Oh, there's that cinnamon.
You know what? Let's jump into you a little bit here. So
I
know like you're a car guy, so we got that a little bit, man. But you know what? We had a conversation, and let me give you a little background here, man. Jose has always been somebody like, I mean, we used to bump heads a little bit for a little bit. I mean, very here and there, but we did. And I always respected Jose. When he'd tell me some shit, I would always be like, yeah, I need to think about that. You know, this guy's not the kind of guy to bullshit you. He's probably keeping it real. And I always respected that from him. But also, man, I talked to this guy about life and like how you get places and what you want to do and how you're going to get there. I was talking to him the other day, like, hey, man, you know, it's fucked up because especially in California, it seems very challenging for people to buy homes and shit like that, especially of our age, you know. And I watched this video, man. This guy's like, if you're under 40, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have the pensions. You don't have these kind of things to be able to do that. However, I'm sitting here with a homeowner right now. You know what I mean? This man's like 25 years older than me, but you know what I mean? But a homeowner, you know what I mean? We talked a little bit about it, and he was telling me, basically, man, he just dedicated himself to that's what he was going to do. He made a lot of sacrifices and said, fuck it, I want to get this, and that's what I'm going to do. So why don't you walk us through that a little bit, man?
But before you do, while you're here, Jose is somebody that I have been close with at times that I've known him. And I want to say this on air. I want to say this while he's sitting here in front of me. I think highly of myself when it comes to the workplace. I really do. I really feel like I can handle my shit. I can do what I got to do. I can navigate everything. But I will say this. In 2015, 14.
That's when we got hired, 15.
Okay, yeah. It was before, it was before we got hired. And I just want to give this guy a huge shout out because I don't think, I'm not really, I don't always sit in the presence of people who made that kind of impact. I of course, everybody, right? But
not many people. Everybody.
No. But I want to say this on air because I want him to hear this shit. I want to fucking immortalize this on our podcast. I remember going to receiving department. We worked pharmaceutical. I was in shipping. I went to receiving department, and I remember Jose was my trainer. Now, I'm not somebody who can't handle Jose's training. Jose is very direct. He's very sarcastic. He's very like, do you need a paper? Do you need paper? And I
where's your paper?
What org is it in?
Are you listening? Yeah. And again, I wasn't someone who needed paper, but I listened to the guy, right? Yeah. I listened to the guy, and it's funny because I will say one of the most influential moments of my life in general, like not even work related. I remember sitting with him in a meeting one day, and this man, the morning meeting, bam, right? No one gives a fuck about the morning meeting, but we went to the morning meeting. Hey, no one cares about any morning meeting, but this man
dicking around all the time.
Yeah, but this is how important this is to me. This man, he was expressing himself and how he saw certain things, like just in the workplace, and he looked at me, and he said, "Do you have anything?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." And after that meeting, he pulled me aside because he's my trainer, right? And he says, "Look it, I need you to say something every time in the morning meeting. I don't care if you just have to say anything. You say something in that morning meeting." And he was like, "It doesn't matter." And the next day, I just, because I'm someone who I could bounce with it.
Yeah.
Someone tells me something, I could bounce with it. Okay, you want me to say something? Cool. And that got me to speak. That got me to speak up. Okay, what am I dealing with? This is bullshit. I don't like this. But I will say, he got me to just be vocal. When I don't mind being vocal, I don't shy away from it. But he called me out in a way that said, like, every morning you gotta say something, or you're just there. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? And it made me feel like he wanted me to speak. And I want to give you a lot of credit because I love you for that. That to me was not just work related. That was in my daily life. If I feel something, I say it now because I'm like, this is my chance. In the morning meeting, that was my chance. And you were like, if you're just gonna sit there and be quiet, why are you even there?
Yeah.
And that I'm not joking with you. That made a huge impact on everything that I went forward with the company. It made a huge impact in my life. I want to give you a lot of shout out for that because
Appreciate that.
it honestly, it's one of my favorite memories of you is you telling me you have to say something or what the fuck are you doing? You got to speak up every morning. I want you to. You told me I want you to speak every morning.
I remember that.
Even if it's the littlest thing, I want you to say something. You were like, you're with me, you're training, but don't feel like you can't speak up on this. And I did. And ever since then, it's opened up for me. And I want to give you credit for that on air because I love that about you.
You know, it's funny.
And I know you remember that shit.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I was a pretty bad fucking kid growing up. I really didn't get
Nah, really?
Were you?
I wouldn't imagine.
I was bad to the point where
To the bone?
to the bone. But one day I walk into like my out of all classes, my English class, right?
Yeah.
Walk into my English class, and I shit you not, I'm never gonna forget this. I walk in, and my mom
Holy shit! No way!
is
No
sitting-
way! Oh
wait,
my
wait,
god!
wait. My mom-
You're one of those guys.
yeah, dude, my mom is sitting in my chair, and I'm like,
shit.
you fucking better say here when they take roll call. You know what I mean? Like,
What the fuck is this?
you know what I mean?
Present.
Like, yeah, you know, say it in Spanish. Say something. You know, presente. Say presente. You know, say something. You know, but my mom always told me, because I was a bad fucking kid, and I always told her, my excuse was I was like, well, you know, I didn't know. I didn't ask. And my mom would always say, si no preguntas, ¿cómo vas a saber?
No questions. What?
If you don't ask, how the
Oh.
fuck are you going to know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Good try.
No más preguntas. No more questions. You know what I mean?
you know what I mean? And that always stuck with me. And it just, if you don't ask, how the fuck are you going to know? You know what I mean? You're not going to know the vibe of the room. You're not going to know anything. You know what I mean? So I know what you're talking about, you know, and I appreciate that. And it just, I don't know. I carried that with me even till now. You know what I mean? Now my wife is like, if we go everywhere, I dissect everything, dude.
Yeah.
Like when we get quotes in the house, I'm like, okay, well, pero cuánto cuesta esto? You know, how much is this? You know what I mean? How much is this going to cost me? I got to ask everything because,
Well, I respect it.
you know what I mean? Like,
I'm the guy just signing the fucking paper. Okay. You know.
and that just stuck with me. And then I don't know if I carry it now through work, through life, through everything. And it was just everything, you know. And my wife even tells me, like, do you seriously got to talk to everybody? And I'm like,
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Dodger game.
oh, I talk to everybody.
Jose's just walking around. I was walking with Jose. This man, I was like, dude, I loved him being there because it was just fucking, we're walking, and it was like me and you, I think. And it was just like fucking, this guy's just fucking talking to everybody that walk. And I was like, normally that's me, but he's good. He's fucking killing the game right now. But I got a Jose story myself. So a while back, like I said, he was in receiving. I was in shipping. Jose, somebody had gamed him into telling him, like, hey, man, if you go to shipping, you're going to get a promotion. And that was kind of fucked up because that's not really how it works. But so he comes to shipping. And I was kind of like the guy. He comes to the team that I was working on and shit. And so I'm like, all right, I got to train him. And I'll be honest with you guys, man. I didn't know this yet, but I was a shit trainer at the time. You know what I mean? It just wasn't I didn't know what to do. But he comes over there, man, and I'm working with him. And then, like, one day, dude, Jose just turns around and was like, hey, like, he goes off on me. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there like, oh my God. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I can't fucking act like a bitch. You know what I mean? I could be like, yeah, now fuck that, son. You know what I mean? Nah. But anyway, man, so we, you know, whatever, we kind of bumped heads that one day. I go home and I'm like, literally, I get home. I'm like, man, this motherfucker is just calling me out.
Straight
you know?
plotting, huh?
Yeah.
Straight plotting.
No. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I think he has a point. Like, I think he honestly had a fucking point. And he said it, and I think it came from a negative place initially, because we were kind of getting into it. Nothing crazy, but just, you know, bumping heads a little bit. And I really started thinking about it. And I'm like, I said it earlier here. I said, man, there's not many people that could tell me something that I'd give a fuck what they said. But I respected this man. He had been there a long time. He knew a lot of shit. And everything he said, the more I thought about it, I was like, dude, this man is absolutely fucking right. You know what I mean? And I came back the next day, and I think I told him, I said, no, man, I think you were right. I think I need to do better. And you made a good point. And from this day forward, I'm going to get better at it.
Yeah.
There's not many people. James is one of the people that can do that, but not many people can tell me some shit about me, and I'd give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
But you, sir, are one of them.
Yeah, and honestly,
Appreciate that.
Honestly, I'll just say this right now. Like, when it comes to the workplace, like there was a time that I worked with you before everything got crazy.
Yeah. It's a shit show.
And different
times. That's for sure.
But right before everything got real wild, you were like, there was a lead position, right? There was a lead position, and I look at no, yeah, and I know everybody's like, what do you mean? Like, fuck it.
No.
But what I will say is like,
we're about to deep dive.
yeah, no, for real, like for real, like there was just a time where like, I'm like, and I'll just speak for myself. Like, I'm not a follower. And I will live with my decisions every fucking day.
I think that goes
every
for
day.
here.
I will make a decision at work, and I'll try to use my best ability, right?
Yeah.
But if
I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah, but there was a time that I looked to this fucking guy, and I was like, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, because it was just he was there.
I still do that now. I consult this motherfucker all the time.
No.
I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? I sent him today. I forwarded him an email.
Yeah, no.
Hey man, what do you think about this shit? I don't know.
but it's not just following what he's saying. It's I wanted him to lead me, and for me, that like, and I don't want to sound like cocky or like an idiot.
But
I will just say this:
that's not a common thing.
The fact that I wanted to follow him. I wanted him to be my boss. I don't say that with people.
Well, I'd say this. We had a conversation earlier today, and I told him, I said, listen, man, some things are going to change eventually. And I said, I think you already got it. I said, what did I tell you? I said, hey, most of this shit, 85% of this shit is getting the people to believe in what you're talking about. And you got that already. That you got. You're 85% of the way done, dude. And you got the know-how anyway, man. And that's why you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good, kid.
You'll be all right, kid.
No, but all right, man. So there's how we respect this man here. So let's make that clear, right? Like clearly, this man has earned our respect, and I think me and James, I think we both pride ourselves on being motherfuckers that were like, hey, I don't need nothing from nobody ever. However, man, if you bring some shit to the table, I fuck with you, and clearly we both fuck with you. Not like we're some fucking superior motherfuckers or anything, but
I ain't shit.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit.
I ain't shit.
but
appreciate
you know
it.
what I mean? Yeah. So shout out to you, man.
Shout out to Jose. Look at, cheers to Jose.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh wow. Look at him. He's tapping out already.
Yeah, well, I ran out. I haven't got any.
The bottle's next to you, dude.
I'll get some. Chill out. You know.
Can you tell one of your drunk stories? I'd love it if you told a story about that one night you were with me.
Which one?
After he addresses his respect.
Which one?
The one where we were at Old Stump. You stole the cup. You fucking went home.
Yeah.
I love that story.
So,
this man can tell a story good too.
You know what's funny is just that I'm gonna start off by saying this is why I stay away. You know what I mean? Like
that day you told me like this is. I shouldn't be doing this.
I had somebody ask me today. Why didn't you go yesterday? And I was like, you ever heard Frank the Tank?
Hey, why are you lighting your shit again?
Hey, baby, I just like it fucking lit all the way.
and it's funny
Frank
because
the Tank, yeah.
I just
Frank Castle?
Frank Castle.
That's Anthony. Okay.
No, you know what I mean? I just
Ash can't even ash it.
There was just too
Grow
many.
up.
Mr. Can't light my cigar.
Oh, it's lit, dude. I've lit like 19 times.
It's gonna catch soon enough.
One of these days, dude. But go ahead, man.
No, but you know what I mean. There's been some good times. You know what I mean. I remember that one time we went to Old Stump, and I said I wasn't gonna go, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop for a few beers.
Yeah, that turned into an all night.
You asked my wife, a few is more than two. Okay,
a few is like 8.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
At least.
It's like my wife says, a few is more than two. How many? We don't know. You know what I mean?
And we won't remember.
If I say a couple,
there is that graph. It's like I'm gonna have one. It's 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a few. It's 8.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a couple. It's
13.
Yeah.
And
it's a slippery slope.
I'm gonna black out.
And that's the thing is like, you know what I mean? It's that particular night. I remember. I remember, from what I remember, it was we were drinking a little bit too much, and this man, I think I told you, I was like, I'm going home, bro. Like, this is it. So I'm walking out, and I think this dude, like, he stops me. He brings me another beer.
Why? Because we went out before that, and I was like, I'm gonna go home, and he brings me the biggest fucking beer they have in the place, dude.
And
fucking trash.
This fucking guy's like, I don't know if you said, what are you gonna, like, steal the cup, or I dare you won't steal the cup,
shit like that. Yeah.
So I grabbed the fucking cup. I think I chugged it.
Yeah.
And I put the cup down my pants.
I'm like, what are you doing?
So I'm walking across Old Stump with like this fake boner, you know what I mean? Like all the way across. And I get to the car, I take it out and I put it down, right? The next day I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck? God damn it. And I'm like, hey, bro, who are you?
What?
Tell your fucking story.
No, we're gonna call you out. We're gonna call you out. Fuck that.
No attention to me.
You want to slide it fucking through?
So I put the cup in my pants. Again, I'm walking
The
out.
torch is over there.
You gave me the fucked up one.
You
Please
good?
continue.
No, but you know what I mean? And I'm like,
take the label off?
yeah, you take the label off.
Oh, I should have took.
Or just scoot it down.
I scooted
It's up to you.
down.
So yeah, so then I walk out with the cup in my pants. So you know what's funny about that story? I had the cup in my car. The next day I go to work. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was like a Thursday.
Yeah.
I go to work. To begin with, I make it home. My wife's like, you're fucking drunk. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm fucking drunk? No, I'm not fucking drunk. I'm fucking fine. You know what I mean? I'm over there playing with my son. You know what I mean?
Blast, dude.
Fucking putting masks on and fucking around with the kids. You know what I mean? The kids are having a blast. I have no clue, right?
Dude, that's fun.
But no, but my oldest, he's starting to get on game, bro.
He's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, he's like, hey, Dad, yesterday you were trashed. You know what I mean?
Could you be telling him that shit?
So then, so the next day I get in my car and I'm like, damn. Smells like fucking beer in here. Like, what the fuck happened? Right? So I don't know what happened, but I stopped at a red light and I hear like clink. And I look to the passenger side and the fucking cup rolled out, right? Full of fucking dry beer and all kinds of shit foam. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You put a full beer in your pants?
No, so check this out. So Lewis comes up and he's like, what'd you do with that cup? I saw you. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of fucking stole that cup, bro. And no, but to be honest with you, the next day, I went back to Old Stump, and then I told homeboy, you know, homeboy behind the counter with the tattoos.
Yeah.
I said, hey,
that's the homie, man.
Yeah, I was like, hey, dog, my friend fucking took this cup.
You took it back? You took it back?
No, check this out.
He said, my friend Ken.
He returned it.
No, check this out. I go, my friend took this fucking cup, and I said, and he was being a fucking dick. He was drunk, and I apologized for that. So I took it back, and then I said, here. He goes, you know what? Keep it. So I said, cool. I kept it. Yeah. So I got an Old Stump cup in my fucking, beer collection.
I gotta be honest
with the memory though.
What an honest man.
Oh, dude, no.
You never told me that part.
Yeah, I never told anybody that part. It's funny because I was just driving back home and I was like, you know what?
I felt bad.
I'm gonna be a good civilian. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna take this cup back.
Can you tell me where you slept that night?
I think I slept with my son. I woke up, like, my alarm went off, or my wife's alarm went off, and I woke up and then I was like, shit, like my belt was undone, but my pants were still like buckled, but my zipper was down, and I wake up. My work shirt, like, dude, it was a fucking mess. I couldn't find my phone. And then I wake up and I look at my son and I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck did I get? I look at the lights and shit, like, you know what I mean? And then I was like, oh, dude, I gotta get in the fucking shower, dude. So I get in the shower, I change my clothes and everything. And dude, I don't think the next day I spoke to anybody. That day was bad, bro.
No, I talked to you.
I remember talking to you. Was bad. That was the day I was like, you know what? I need a coffee. So I made myself a coffee and I was like, I'm gonna make it a little strong. I made a coffee. I went to the back.
Mm-hmm.
I drank it, and I was like, nope. Fucking just threw up all over. I'm sure if you pull up the footage in the security fucking camera, you're gonna see me throwing up everywhere.
Really? I didn't know that.
Not my proudest moment.
I didn't know that.
And I've had a few of those until my wife was like, you know what? I'm fucking done with you. Coming home, fucking waking up the whole neighborhood. You know what I mean? Fucking making a hot pocket at fucking 11:45 at night. You know what I mean? And my son over there making fun of me. You know what I mean? And I was just like, oh, dude. I was like, wait for college, fucker. Wait for college. You know what I mean?
Just wait.
Yeah, and you guys have seen my son. It just, you know what I mean? It just, yeah, dude.
I see your son in the videos you post when he's like eating ice cream. And you're like, hey, look at you getting ready for college, aren't you? I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
You know,
I love that shit.
My son is all my kids. You know what I mean? But my oldest, I'll be honest with you guys. My middle one, he has me right where he wants me. I will be completely honest with you. Because my oldest one, he was the most mellowest kid.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Anthony, why don't you sit down and watch, fucking Incredibles?
Yeah.
Okay, Dad. Sit down and watch Incredibles.
Mm-hmm.
But the middle one, God damn.
He wants to act like things.
Dude, he's the one that you see in videos and he's like, fuck you guys,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
fucking 5, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what I mean? And then it's just, these kids catch on, man. These kids fucking catch on. And the last memory that you want is be like, hey, remember that time Dad was fucking drunk and he slept with us and he was making all kinds of fucking videos and shit. You know what I mean? And oh no, bro, it was a mess.
That's why when you're like, nah, I can't go out, I'm like, that's cool, dude. I understand.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It just, it was just,
Yeah.
and it's the reason, like, that somebody asked me earlier, they were like, why didn't you go yesterday? Because I can't go, man.
Well, see,
All
the
right?
thing
Because-
is, like, I've been fortunate enough to go out.
but
with
you know what? You know what's funny is, I've learned my limits. Like, you know what I mean?
It's
If
funny because I
if-
feel like not too long ago, you're like, I left my fucking glasses in an Uber. I fucking
Yeah,
trash and lost my shit.
I went to my friend's house again, and we're sitting there drinking, and it just the next day I wake up and I'm like, all right, let's go to work, and I'm like, where the fuck are my glasses, dude? And just lost my fucking glasses. I lost them for like.
No, you lost them.
I lost
You have to
them,
get
bro.
new ones.
And my wife was just like, fuck, are you fucking kidding me? You know what I mean? But
It seems like, man, you and your wife have a really good relationship, though. Like, you guys are you. You know what I mean? Like, you're you, and that's from what I see, at least, right?
yeah.
I'm way outside, but from what I see in the way, even like she'll call you and we'll be at work and you'll say some shit, and I'm like, is he really saying that? He's dead serious fucking saying that.
Yeah, no, it's just we're very open with each other.
Yeah, I like that.
In all honesty, we're very open with each other. I've talked to her about all kinds of shit. You know what's funny is I didn't believe in this, but my wife always felt that I was her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And correct me if I'm wrong, but a girl's gonna love you with like the core of her body.
Wow.
Every follicle of her fucking heart,
Wow.
the core of her bones, the fucking everything, right? So a guy's gonna love. You know what I mean?
I feel like girls hate me with every core of the fucking
He's like a familiar with chorus.
Yeah.
You know, and she is my best friend. She's not gonna believe me, but she is my best friend. She's somebody that I've spoken to very openly about everything, dude.
Yeah.
Like about it. I told her one time, I was like, what's up with me and you getting a threesome, girl?
Shoot the three-way.
Yeah, let's stop this. We're getting
Hit
to that
me on the
age.
three-way.
You gotta try it out.
And then she turns around, she said, all right, let me bring another dude. And I'm like, yeah, but let's
You
start
were
it
like, down.
no, I told her.
He was like, let me pick.
I was like, but if he's going to give me another girl, then you know what I mean?
We gonna trade off, or what the fuck's
know
up
what I mean?
here?
You gotta be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just.
So
she's
see,
the best.
what you
She
just said,
honestly
man,
is.
that's a beautiful thing.
You
You know
know?
what I mean? I think that, and that's why, like, man, for me, man, that's why I'm always like, nah, man. Fuck. I was telling you guys earlier, man. I'll kick it with a chick and everything, and if I'm just like, it's not there, in the sense like I don't feel like I can be me, then this ain't gonna fucking work. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta, and I feel like. I mean, fuck, I've seen you with your wife. She's come around a couple times when I've been there,
Yeah.
man. And like, I see you guys dynamic, and I'm always just like, yeah. And I'm shit-faced, you know what I mean? I'm all like, hey. You know, she's like, what the fuck is his problem?
Well, let's just say 15 years. Like,
Oh, yeah.
your wife has put up with you through every phase,
Yeah.
And Jose's a motherfucker.
and he's a motherfucker.
You know what? Yeah, 15 years, man. And I'll be honest with you, it might not sound right, but I'm not fed up with her. You know what I mean?
No, it sounds okay.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
You know what I mean? And,
We're like,
and-
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like I asked her last time, I was like, "Are you like tired of me?" And she's like, nah. And I'm like,
Oh,
I'm not
dude.
tired of you either.
I love you guys.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not tired of you either. You know what I mean? Like,
She's like, we got a threesome at 9 p.m. though. She's like, I'm not tired of you, but
Homeboy's coming through.
Yeah.
No. You sit in the corner, motherfucker.
and just watch.
Yeah. Stroke it.
you know that new chair we got in the corner?
Yeah.
That's yours.
I was like, yeah, no, I got
He's
plenty.
like, no, yeah.
I got plenty of lube.
I got fucked up last week. This is your week.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you know, we're really open with each other. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. I like you guys, man. I do. I
You
tell
know.
you this shit all the time. I
Yeah.
tell you, I literally
I'll
tell
be
you.
painting. I'll be painting, and she'll fucking put her finger in my butt,
Yeah.
and then I'll be like, you know what? Fuck it. Go ahead. I'm 40. Maybe I like it. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I'm okay with it now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
okay with
you
it
know
now.
what? We talked about that earlier this week. You're like, you like a finger in your ass? He's like, well, yeah. Well, we're gonna say that for the podcast.
You know what's funny? Like, and like this motherfucker says shit, and like sometimes I'm like, is he serious? Like, I don't. He's like, yeah, my wife was tickling my butthole last night, and I'm like,
I always assume he's serious.
I'm like, is he fucking with me?
You know
Or
what's
like,
funny? When people hear this, they're just gonna be looking at him in the hallway and be like, "Wow, this fucking guy."
Welcome to my life every
Yeah.
fucking day, dude. I'm just like, they're like, yeah, Ken got trashed again, huh? Fucking Friday sucked. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, well, what do you want?
Yeah, but you know, she pretty much she lets me do what I want to do.
It's your rock.
Yeah, she'll rock with it. She's down to earth.
She
man.
makes one hell of a fucking breakfast sandwich.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
deny that.
she does.
I'm not gonna deny.
I
it. She
literally be like,
I
hey.
don't like. You can get the same ingredients, but you're not gonna get the same result.
No, bro.
Like,
No,
literally.
yeah. No,
It's- it's
literally,
like-
bro. Like he'll have one, and I'm
Jose's
like,
like, I got something. Like,
you know how dogs see when like people have food and they just stop, and that's me when Jose's eating it. I'm like, huh? He's like, hey, you want half? Yes, I do. I love that, sir.
But yeah, no, I love her. I love her to death.
That's beautiful, man. But like I say, man, I've talked to you many times, and I've always told you, man, like to some extent, not in a weird way, but at some extent, I'm envious of that. You know what I mean? I'm both of you guys. You guys have kids and things, and like, you know what I mean. You guys are doing, like I said earlier, you guys. I think having a kid from like the people that I value, that I look at, and I think like, man, these are people I respect. When I see them, the ones that have kids and the way they manage it, I'm always just so blown away by it. Like, you drop shit and you're like, nah, man, this is a bigger picture, you know.
Yeah.
And then you enjoy it.
right. And just on that, I will say that when me and Jose were tight, it was rooted in family. He would tell me straight out. He would tell me the reason we're so close is because we both understand family. And he did. And I'll just look. I want to shout out Edgar one more time. Edgar's lucky for having a man like this. Also, like Edgar is a great guy. Straight up, Edgar. I love Edgar, but him
Yeah, I fuck with
also.
Edgar.
Yeah, no, straight up. Edgar is a great guy, but the fact that Jose's like in his realm,
Yeah.
I think it makes Edgar better.
Probably.
No, I don't want to say better.
Well,
But I will say that
it lends a positive hand.
No, I would just say he's fortunate to have someone like Jose.
Well, I feel like
Because I
I'm
think
fortunate.
Edgar's great. I think Edgar's a
You know
great
what's
guy.
funny is Edgar. I'm sure you guys know Eduardo.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know,
shout
so-
out Eduardo.
Yeah, shout out Eduardo.
Hey,
right?
motherfucker, this mother
Yeah.
Eduardo is the
Eduardo's a
motherfucking man
dude.
too.
I fuck with him tough, dude.
So,
Honestly.
so, so check this out. You know what I like about these guys is I see them growing, and people that fuck with you, that's all you want to see them do, right?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful,
That's a beautiful thing.
right? You see somebody that's growing and progressing, and that's not in the same spot that they were 3, 4, 5 years ago. You see them growing, and then you see them looking and everything, and it's like, I understand what you were saying.
And
So-
the best part
see what I'm
is
saying?
they're willing
Like-
to grow.
So you
Yeah,
guys
They
exactly.
want to grow.
So you guys are just blatantly disappointed in me, right? Like this guy's just going down the wrong fucking
but
slope.
these guys are willing to grow.
Yeah.
I've seen it in their eyes.
And all it is just a matter of time.
No, I
Yeah,
understand.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like look at Eduardo, man. Like, I see him growing, and I'm proud of that fucking guy.
Hey, shout out to Gilbert too.
Hey,
I
little
see
branch.
Gilbert, and I'm looking like he impresses me, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I'm constantly like, fuck, dude. This kid's on. I think Martha. Shout out to Martha because I think she keeps on the right path.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But that's what you
the thing,
need.
But that's what we need.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what we need.
And that's
you know
why
what
I'm
I
like,
mean?
if I'm a fuck with a chick, I got you. You got to be the chick that could put me in my fucking place. And if you can't, and like, and you got to do it the right way. Because if you come at me foul, I'm like, fuck off. You know what I mean? But you got to be able to do it and like You know what I mean? Like
Look.
you said, like your wife's like, "Hey, look, Dick, what the fuck is going on?"
Yeah,
you know.
there's been plenty of times when my wife is like, "I'm fucking done with you. I am fucking done with you. What the fuck are you doing?" And I totally get it. And then
Yeah.
I look around.
And then you think like, "Fuck, I respect
I
you."
get home. I got 3 boys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show these kids. I'm trying to leave less assholes in this fucking world. You know what I mean? By the time I'm gone, so I get it. It hits you and it resonates. And this is why I say, I'm proud of those guys. You know what I mean? Like, becoming homeowners and getting your shit together and working and striving and baby steps. And then you see these people, you see these young guys, grow up, and you're like, fuck, I'm like damn near 11 years older than you, but you see
about lamb.
you see what I was talking about. You know what I mean? Like, it hits you. Time flies, bro. Time flies. You know what I mean? Time flies, and then next thing you know, you're 32. Next thing you know, you're 33.
I'm 33 now.
There you go, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know you got goals.
Yeah, no, man.
I know you got goals.
Like for me, man, like I know I'm gonna get there when I get there. I just, like I said, man, man, here's some real shit, man. I got married when I was young, and then I jumped in another relationship right after that. And I was talking to my dad after that, man. And my dad like sat me down and he was like, "Look, dude, you know what you need to do? You need to be fucking selfish for a little bit. You need to fucking do you, because you never have.
That's true.
You need to do you. Figure out who the fuck you are." And like, if you look at me now, that's all I do, right? Like that's it. And I'm like, and I know, like eventually, man, I'll meet someone and I'm gonna be like, "Holy shit, no, like, this is it." You know what I mean? Like this is it.
That's how I got.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like I was like, it's funny. One of my goals in life was I wanted to build my backyard how I wanted it now, how I have it.
Yeah.
Build a playground for
You
my
said
kids.
you're gonna invite me once you built it, and still haven't fucking.
I was waiting for him to put the grass in.
Yeah, I got the address, motherfucker.
No, so you know what I mean? And I told my wife, all I wanted to do is go to the backyard, have a beer, have a cigar, and just watch my kids
Just hang out, yeah.
That's all I fucking wanted to do. And then I see, you know, and you know what I mean? And then I see like Edgar and Eduardo like working for that. And then it's like, it's making sense.
Yeah.
It's making sense. Like now you know what I'm talking about.
You know what? Literally,
you know what I mean?
like what you just said, like, and like you guys know my life. Like my life is, I'm ratchet as fuck, dude, right? But literally, all I want is that. And I tell you that.
But I'm sure you're gonna get there. That's the thing.
I will.
Like I believe
I'm not
it.
worried about it.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'll fucking be fine. But I'll get there when I get there because it'll be right. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna try to push it or force it. I'll get there when I get there because that's what it'll just happen, or it won't, and I'll just be that weirdo
You know what's
dude.
funny? You know what's funny? You know what it hit me? I went to the Cheesecake Factory by myself.
That's so fucking.
It was
funny
years
to me.
ago. This is maybe
I
like
think you told me this
Yeah,
story.
I think I told you. I was sitting there
Macaroni
drinking.
Grill?
No, Cheesecake Factory right there, Victoria Gardens.
Oh, yeah, not mad at that.
I sat there and I was
They
just
got
drinking.
huge doors.
They do have huge. And fucking pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's hard to open those motherfuckers.
And I was just drinking, and then I was like, I was looking around, and I was like, damn, I'm not the only one here. I look young. I act like I'm fucking 13.
Yeah, me too.
But then I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. You know what I mean? Like, I go home, I go to work, I come home, I help my wife as much as I can. She's like, you left your fucking Tupperware in the car again. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, I'm not going to wash that shit. Fine, I'll
Do
fucking
it.
wash it. Or I'll sneak it in the trash.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just threw it away.
You know what I mean?
I lost it.
Hey, don't fuck around with women in the Tupperware, though.
No, I've been there.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, it hits you. And it's just like, nothing else matters, bro.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I think I go camping a lot. I just go out there, get lost in the woods, set a campfire. You've been there. You know what I mean? And That shit,
I went camping once.
that shit open. Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah.
That shit just, it relaxes you.
Can I say about my camping trip? I don't know what the fuck. I pitched the tent the first night. And it was like dark. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, well, this will do for the night. I had an air mattress. So I'm like, oh. I opened the box and shit. I was like, oh. It doesn't come with batteries.
What the fuck?
He's all,
I can't blow this fucking. I'm like, we gotta sleep on the ground. So I had brought a bottle of Crown Royal. I fucking pound that fucking bottle. It was cold as fuck. Wasn't ready for that. I'm sleeping on rocks. The tent's collapsing. You know what I mean? I just got trashed and knocked out, dude. And I was happy about it. But the next day, I was like, no, you're a fucking man. and you're gonna get it
Exactly.
done.
Exactly.
And I fucking start over, and I get this shit legit, and it's windy as fuck. And I was like, look at my tent, just fucking surviving right now. Right? I was
we had a big ass tent,
We did.
but like
You
when you went to
guys-
bed at night, you're like, "Am I gonna wake up tomorrow?"
wait a minute, you guys shared a tent?
Yeah,
We shared a tent, not a bed.
it was like
pitched
a
a tent?
condo.
That shit was a big ass tent.
It was one of those ones with like rooms.
Yeah, we don't fuck
Oh,
around.
I want one of those, dude.
You know what's funny? That night, my wife's uncle came home. You know, we all go camping together. We get there. Long story short, we're pouring ourselves a drink. This fucking guy comes over. Oh, you're just going to be a big ass bitch and not put any alcohol in there, right? So I was like, nah. I'm going to put some alcohol in this shit. I pour it. Dude, I got so drunk. I remember I went to my inflatable bed. I went in there. I spilled everything. Half on my bed, half outside. I slept in, I think, Crown Royal. I slept in it. Woke up the next day all wet. Went to the campfire. And dude, camping is the only time that my kids get to cuss freely.
Oh, I like that. I
They
like
get
that.
to cuss freely. Go over there and cut some fucking wood. You know how it is.
Yeah,
Go over there and
it's
cut some
fucking
wood.
brutal.
Yeah, go over there and cut some wood. Bring some wood. Let's keep this fire going.
All
You know
right.
what I mean?
I respect it.
You know,
I went fishing with him. We go camping and it was snowing.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
And
I'm
I-
a little offended that nobody's ever invited me.
I gave up. I was like, he's like, that's the wrong knot. I was like, I'll watch you. Literally, I followed him around his uncle, and we didn't catch
I
shit.
was like, just wrap it. Just wrap it.
Yeah.
Grab it. Pull it.
But it was so fucking cold. Like literally, if you weren't by the fire, you were fucking shivering.
Yeah, I went with this girl I was dating at the time.
Beautiful though.
I mean,
It
we
was
go to
fucking
Kern
beautiful.
River. I remember telling you, like, hey, what do I need? And he's like, oh, you're going to need all this shit. And I'm like, I'm not getting any of that shit. And I wake up and I'm like, I am so fucking cold. Okay. We literally hiked to the sun. Like, let's just go stand in the fucking sun. Okay. And then I look over and these people are in their fucking RVs. They're having a blast. And dude, I'm fucking shivering. I'm like, I hate this shit. But no, I had a blast, honestly. And I'd like to do it again.
You know why I go up there? I go to Mammoth once a year. I try to get out there more. I go to Big Bear a lot, but
Oh, I
we
just
go to
went.
yeah, we go
I
to
got a cabin though, like a fucking civilized human being.
we go to Mammoth and we camp it out, the tent, the whole thing. I like going out there because I like telling my wife, okay, what's the plan for the rest of the year and the beginning of the year? What are we doing? We need to set goals. We need to do this. We need to do that. How much money are we going to save this year? What are we working on? So on and so forth.
And everybody, listen up. This is what it takes, right? No, for real.
You know, we make a plan and we say, okay, we're going to execute this plan. We're going to execute this plan, clear our minds, have a couple of drinks, hang out, stress free, and execute it. You come down, you come with a clear head. The air is so thin up there, you know, in Mammoth, you know, there's a lot of spots to camp. I've been to
Do you get it? You get like a campsite?
I get a campsite.
Yeah, okay, that's what I
Yeah.
did too.
Yeah, get a campsite, and I tell her, you know, what are we doing this year? What's the plan? How much money are we saving? What do you want to get? What do you want to do by 6 months from now? Clear it up within 1 and 2 days. The next 3 days, we're just camping, hanging out, drinking, fishing, sightseeing, hiking, the whole nine. Just clear the mind, start over again. It's almost like a reboot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's almost like a reboot. And I mean, you've been up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just,
I went
dude,
camping
just
once,
hang
too.
down.
Fucking, I'm just sick of you guys excluding me out of all the shit.
know what I mean?
guys
Just
done.
hang
No,
out.
no, but he knows where. The reason he says that is because he took me with him.
You know, just hang out. Throw the fucking rod in the lake, in the river.
But if you can't get it, then they watch me.
Oh, I never got an invite.
You know, and just, you know, I want to be honest with you. Camping is not for a lot of people.
Wait, fuck you, man. I know the camp. I did it on my own.
But yeah, you know what I mean?
I was on YouTube trying to. How do you pitch a tent?
A tent while it's windy.
For real, dude. My box is blown away. The directions. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? My chick's all mad. What the fuck are you doing?
You were supposed to take care of this, Ken.
What kind of man are you? I was like, I'm gonna fucking get it.
A lumberjack, huh?
Step brothers.
Step aside, Ken. I got it.
The guy in the RV comes out like, no, I'll do it for you, dude.
Yeah,
But
I'll
you
do
go
it.
right ahead. Hey, what is that? A termite? I killed it.
Spider.
Well, it's
But
dead.
yeah, man, that's what it is, man. I like to see these guys grow up, and then I think it just hits you. It hits you differently.
Oh yeah,
It
man.
hits you differently.
That's
you
a
know,
good vibe. That even that you
know
put
what
it
I
in
mean?
perspective that way.
I'm proud of these
hey,
guys.
Yeah. I hear you.
You know what I mean? I'm sure, like, it'll hit you. It'll hit you. Once you get there, you're gonna be like, all this makes sense. All of it makes sense.
Yeah, and I want to point out the fact that like, it's great to celebrate that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's great to celebrate. Like, a lot of times everybody's like, oh, social justice and this bullshit and that. I'll tell you right now, it's nice to see men grow and develop in front of you. Like, you like to see that shit too, because everybody thinks like, oh, a man is a man. No, a man develops in front of you in different ways. You got friends that you're like, oh, you're fucking really struggling. Then you got friends.
Why the fuck you point at me? Okay, dude. Like what?
Because my camera is over there. I'm like, I'm talking to my
Wait a
camera.
minute, dude. This fool is wow. Some friends are really
No,
struggling
no.
to figure out what they're doing in life.
Some friends.
Sir, you sir.
Some friends are really struggling.
Get your shit together.
No,
Fuck, dude,
but
alright.
for real, like some.
So you just gonna cut onions?
You can do your taxes.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but for real, some friends are struggling, but then there are like people that are doing their fucking thing, and you gotta celebrate that because no one cares. Like, look, we're in a world of feminism, but
I'm a feminist.
at the end of the day, too, like men still need to be celebrated, like in
Guys.
some ways amongst ourselves. And I'll tell you right now, when you talk about people like Eduardo and fucking
Gilbert,
Edgar and all them, like, I cannot be more proud of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, same.
Like, straight out, like,
Yeah.
I don't have to hang out with them. All I know is that I respect them to the end. And
Edgar-
and every time I see Eduardo, me and him
yeah.
talk about it. Like, look, I tell him straight out, like, I respect, and he's like,
Yeah.
same way. And Edgar, I respect the motherfucker
Hey,
so much.
Don't get me wrong. Eduardo, you put a couple beers in front of that
Oh, no.
motherfucker. That
Hey.
motherfucker
Oh
is
yeah,
fantastic.
oh
Let me tell
yeah,
you,
oh
like,
yeah.
can I tell you
But
guys?
put a couple of beers in front of us.
I fucking love Eduardo, dude.
But here's
That
the thing.
motherfucker's
Here's the thing. I
mad,
think.
dog.
Here's the thing that's resonated with Eduardo. I think he's drinking as we all are, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's hitting him different. Like, okay,
Got
I'm
shit to
working.
do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got shit to do.
Yeah.
I'm working for maybe a little something
I
different.
mean, same with Gilbert.
You know what I mean?
You know
exactly.
what I mean? Like Sam and
exactly.
Gilbert, dude. He's
You know what I mean?
Hey, this used to be the guy like Mondays, like I ain't gonna be there. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Now,
exactly.
This guy's,
Yeah, so it's
he's on his
small
grind.
Yeah.
things. You
It's
know what I mean?
The small things that turn out to be big.
But you look at your friends and you look at everybody in general, like, there is nothing but like joy that comes from seeing that shit. Like, and I know you deal with it firsthand. I like where everybody's going. I like what everybody's doing. But it's nice to see people take steps. That's all you want from a friend.
Yeah, of course.
You want to see your friends take steps, and I see that shit all the fucking time, and I support it.
I'd outdrink all of you. Your fucking happy lives.
I'm not gonna argue that. I'm not gonna argue that.
We all shut up real quick.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue
Yeah,
that.
fuck you guys.
Dude, no
I put
lie.
a lot of time in.
A couple days ago, I was watching Dodger game. I had 4 Modelos and 3 whiskey shots. So I don't know what I was doing. I got up. My wife's like, "Okay, let's go get the kids in the shower and this and that." I got up and I was like, "Fuck, I'm already trashed. I gotta go to bed." I was like, "I'll put lotion on the kids. But that's it. But that's it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done."
This
You know what
man
I mean?
tells me all the time. He's always like, "You're gonna get old enough. You're gonna be done." And I
Yeah,
was
you're
like,
gonna be done.
Yeah, I don't think so, dude. Like, fuck that. I'm gonna just keep going. But I know he's right. And I just wait for that day I wake up like, I've gone too far. You know, like what the fuck am I doing?
It'll hit you.
I imagine it will.
You know.
It's funny now, man. Like I can just go, and I don't know how, but I do.
I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like even when I'm drinking with my friends and I'm just like, we look at each other and we're like, yeah,
You have friends?
just like 4.
Cause I feel like I was talking to my boy Willie the other day, man. And he was cutting my hair and shit, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do today." He's like, "I don't have no friends," and I was literally like,
As you get older, you don't have any friends.
I was like, "Yeah, me either, dude." You know, like I can't call you guys. It's Saturday night. These guys are fucking. They have their structured lives. And
Your friends aren't confined to a day. I'll just say that right
what
now.
does that mean?
My friends like my friends, any day, any point, are there. It's like you say, I can't call you on Saturday. Doesn't mean you're not my friend.
But I think you would have to agree. There's
I
only
know.
certain friends.
My grandfather told me. He said, "There's you got 5 friends in your whole life." He's like, "You're gonna meet a lot of people." He's like, "You got 5 friends that you can count on." He's like, "But you're also gonna help them."
Yeah.
But that's it. And it doesn't mean that I don't
couldn't
make friends.
agree anymore.
Yeah, and
Couldn't agree anymore.
And my grandpa's 70-something years old, and he's to this day.
Yep.
To this day.
To this day, every time we have a barbecue or something, he's like, "What's up with your friend?" He knows them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because he knows you got 5 friends that you will look at. It nothing matters when it's your friends. Nothing matters. I got friends that owe me money.
Why you look at me, dude? Do I owe you money, dude?
No, because
you owe this guy
I'm like,
money.
oh my God.
Dude, fuck! I don't remember him.
Relax.
This man's attacking me all night.
He's like, relax, pay me later.
Yeah, pay me
Relax,
later.
Zell me,
No.
motherfucker.
No, but what I'm saying is like, no, they don't.
I hear you.
My friends don't owe me money.
Yeah, I get
You're in a bind. Here you go. Let's do it. Because my grandpa taught me, you got 5 friends you take care of that take care of you, and that, like, we can be social and we can be fucking friends with everybody. Doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck. But it comes down to it. You do have about fucking 5 friends on your hand you can count on in any situation, and that's what I'm saying. It comes down to that.
Well, I say I don't have friends, but I
totally agree with you.
The absolute truth is no, I do. You know what I mean? I got people that I'm like, I remember one night, man, I'm driving home, right? I'm driving, so I live in Eastvale, and I'm driving down fucking Haven, and the one part of Haven is like cow farms and shit, and the road's all fucked up. I'm fucking I shouldn't be saying that, but I'm fucking trash, dude. I don't know where I'm leaving. But I hit like a fucking bump in the road, and boom, my tire blows out, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna drive this motherfucker home. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna fuck this. I'm shit faced. And I can smell the rubber burning, dude. And I'm like, I gotta stop. I pull over and I get out. I'm like, I'm gonna
Who do
change.
you call?
No, hold on. I'm like, I'm gonna change this tire. I get out, I get this shit out, you know, a little tire iron, and I go and I try to fucking put it on, and I just fall down. And I'm like, you're too
Not even
drunk.
like I can't get it on.
No, like
Pussy, you're a pussy.
no, but I'm literally like, I can't fucking do it, and I'm like, I know I gotta call my boys. I lived with them. They're like fucking 2 minutes away. I called my boy Ernie and my boy Alan. I'm like, hey guys, I'm shit faced laying in the grass. I'm like,
I'm laying in the field.
I'm somebody's front yard, dude. Like, I need you guys to come get me. Like, I gotta change my tire. 5 minutes later, they pull up. They get out. I mean, they jack my shit up. They change the fucking tire, put the fucking spare on. And I'm all like, let's go to the store and get a bottle. You know, they're like, no, stupid. Okay, go home. Okay, like, no. And I'm like, normally these guys are like, yeah, let's get. They're like, nah. You go home. You know, and I'm like, all right. I go home and I wake up to the next day and I'm just like, hey, dude, you guys are the fucking best, bro. Like, not only you come. You didn't just pick me up. You changed my fucking tire. You didn't let me fuck up more. You were like, no, take your stupid ass home. And I was just like, man. So, like, dudes like that, those are my fucking boys. Obviously, like, James, man. I say, like, oh, I'm not going to call you guys. I'm not going to call you because I know you motherfuckers have families. And you guys are,
you know what it is?
living your world.
You know what it is there, in Spanish, there's this song by
Chente.
No.
Sing it.
Yeah. Give us a little rendition.
There's this guy that I really listen to a lot. His name is El Fantasma, right?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. He says, if I count more than 5 friends in one hand, I have too many.
Yeah.
Right? You shouldn't have that many friends. If you really look at the perspective of it, there's only certain friends that are going to be there.
I remember when I was in high school.
If I tell you that I have more than 5, 6, 7 friends,
well, you're full of shit. You're playing yourself.
Exactly. There's like 3 friends that I could call.
What?
And be like, hey, bro, I need you to help me.
When I was in high school, man, my dad would come to me. He'd be like, you think all these motherfuckers are your friends? And he'd be talking that shit. And I'd like, honestly, I used to think like,
how accurate was he?
No, right. And I used to like, at the time, I'd be like, man, you ain't got no fucking friends. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, you know, he's dad, bro. Like, he ain't kicking it like that. He kick us once in a like twice a year. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you just mad, dude. And then I grew up and I was like, damn, that motherfucker was as right as you can be. Yeah. And generally, everything he's ever told me, that's how it's played out, man.
Somebody told me this one time. Life will give you the test before it gives you the pop quiz, bro.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Life will life
He's like straight out.
life will give you the test before it gives you a pop quiz.
All right, man. Maybe I'm just not ready yet.
Hey, I see it.
Dude.
I see it. You know
What does
what I
that
mean?
mean? You see, I'm not ready.
No. I'm just
I'm
saying.
sick of you
It just
motherfuckers
hasn't
attacking
happened.
me
It
today.
just hasn't
Yeah.
happened. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
fair point though. No,
You know what I
I'd
mean?
agree with that. You're absolutely right. And I think honestly, I want it to happen. You know what I mean? Like I want to meet a chick that I'm like, fuck. You know what? I'm done with this shit. I want to kick it with you. I love that. It just hasn't happened, man. You know what I mean? It just hasn't happened, bro.
it'll happen.
I'm not worried about it. I don't give a fuck. I'm just like, hey.
Shut up.
No, I mean, I'm not sweating it. I like what I do, man.
Then
I
why-
like my life, bro.
Then why you sweating?
Because it's hot as fuck.
I concur.
I concur the concurrence.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
Antonio still lives us on. Huh?
Oh my. Ahoy, hoy.
Shut the fuck up.
I had to shoot that motherfucker out one time. You know what I mean? But nah, man. Just for the record, man. Let me go on there and saying this. As I respect the fuck out of both of you. You know what I mean? Like I say, like I give you both shit. Like, oh, I'd invite you, but I know you motherfuckers aren't gonna come. And I like that you don't. I like that you guys are like, man, I got a bigger picture. This is what the fuck I'm doing. And I don't give a shit. Yeah, Ken, you're gonna do that. That's cool. You'll have fun. But what do you get from that? You know what I mean? You guys get something rewarded and a way bigger picture, and I love that. You know what I mean? Like I sincerely look at that, and I'm always like, man. I tell Jose all the time. I tell him like, man,
Yeah, he
I
does.
envy that shit, dude.
He does.
And I'm like, I love how your vibe. I love how you are with your kids. This motherfucker posts videos. He comes in there throwing fucking shit at his son while he's playing video games and shit. And then and James and his daughter, the way that they handle shit and they're doing their YouTube and he
That's
supports
beautiful.
everything she does.
Beautiful.
And I'm always just like, man, you know, like I'm not a fool, man. Like I see it and I'm like, that's the bigger picture in life, right? Like fuck. Right now, this is just like I said, my dad told me be selfish. So I am doing that right now. You know, I never really did. So I am now. But I see you guys, and I tell you both all the time, man. Like I'm so impressed with you guys. You know what I mean? Like I sincerely look at what you guys do, and I'm constantly just like, these guys are fucking men. We talk about men and means, and Anthony too, man. I'd absolutely put him in that picture too, man. You guys impress me, and it's not easy to impress me, man. I usually am like, I don't give a fuck, dude. But just in knowing you guys, like I said, Jose's one of the few people that could yell at me, and I go home and I'm like, I gotta really rethink this. I'm like, it doesn't happen much. But I respect you. You know what I mean? I respect, and you know I fucking respect you. Shit, dude. James was like, no, you're wrong. Like, okay, I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Like, immediately. So, man, I want to thank you guys for that. Sincerely. It's good to watch you guys and see what you do and how you do it.
Yeah, so with that, we'll get into our truth.
I don't even know what the fuck. Well, I guess that's kind of my truth, man. It's like, there you go. You know, like, I sincerely, I like who I am and what I do now, but I do see the bigger picture, right? Like I understand that, and one day I hope to get to that point. If I do whatever the fuck, right? But I think my truth is just how much I value the shit that I've learned from you two directly. Like I've learned a lot from you, and I tell him this all the fucking time. I like talking to Jose, man. It's always a blast talking to him. I have a good time, but I value the lessons, even though maybe I don't have the same world, but I've learned a lot of lessons that I've applied in my own life just from knowing you two. And so I appreciate you guys for that, man. Thank you for letting me get a little sneak peek and shit. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. And real quick, Jose's the dude that showed me that you can be an adult, you can handle your shit, but you can still fuck around. You know what I mean? Like I was literally driving here today thinking that, like, you know what, man, I feel like I'm a little kid still in my mind. But I mean, I think I handle my shit for the most part. But but seeing you, and I'm always like, I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can fuck around and be like, I think I'm like a child too. But like,
same here.
But when I have to do shit, I do it. I get up and fucking do what I got to do.
Same
and
here.
so it's good to see somebody else that does the same shit and understand that vibe. So that's my truth, man. There you go.
I like that.
You got it,
I think me, you know, almost along the same lines. You know what I mean? It'll hit you. You know what I mean? And just follow who you are. You know what I mean? It'll come to you, and then after that, it'll be easy. It'll be cake. You know, life will hit you.
When
you know,
wanna
you'll grow
do it,
up.
you'll do it.
yeah, when you want to do it, you'll do it. It'll come. Everything is easy from there.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is easy. It's cake. It's a walk in the park, man. You know, man. Do you believe in yourself, and then take it from there, man. Don't take no shit from anybody. That's for sure. You know what I mean? And it's you, man.
I like what you just said. Is
You know
do
what I mean?
you and fuck what anyone says. Because lately I've had some people kind of hitting us up like, oh,
Yeah.
do this and you're doing that. Hey man, we are who the fuck we are, and we're gonna keep
Yeah.
rocking with who we are. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
don't like it, tune the fuck out. You know what I mean? And it may sound like a little dick move, but I don't give a shit.
I like it.
I am who I am.
Yeah, so my truth is going to be directly related to those people who think that we aren't doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when we sit down, anytime we sit down here, we are trying to be positive, trying to like give you our experiences, but we can't save everybody, and we don't.
That's not our goal.
We don't pretend to. So we are just trying to give you guys what we know, and if you guys if it resonates with you guys, we are trying to let that happen. But like, we want the best for you. So like, again, in regards to the people who think we're insensitive to things, hit us up. We will address them. We have no problems addressing them. We are not shying away from it at all. That's my first truth. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I think that a lot of people who are trying to say that we're not sensitive, I think you guys got issues that maybe we can solve on here, or maybe you can solve on your own. But my main truth, yeah, and I'll be kind of a dick about it, but in my main truth, I want to say this, and I'll circle back to what I was saying earlier. I think that men in general, okay, I'm speaking to the men in general. I want every man who listens to this podcast to understand that we also need to celebrate good men.
Right.
I think a lot of times being a man and doing this and the expectations of men and what they've been, I think we take out a heat. We take a lot of heat for like old experiences. But I think when you're dealing with people who you can fully admire what they're doing, I think our job is to recognize that and say, look, you're doing a fucking great job. You're doing a good job. I know a lot of great men. So like, I see a lot of memes out there talking shit, talking shit about men, but I know a lot of great men.
Agreed.
I know a lot of great men who are handling their shit, pushing their boundaries, doing what they got to do, and really are just stand-up dudes.
Hey, can I just throw this out there? With that said, I want to give a shout out to my boy Ray. I think, man, Ray's a motherfucker that I look at him like a young dude too, and just the way he handles this shit, I'm very impressed with him, man.
Ray
from
Ray.
SD.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ray for sure.
Yeah.
Ray
I ain't
for
mad
sure.
at it.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
I want to give him a shout out, man. I watched the way he handles his shit, and I'm like, man, yeah, that's a young dude.
And that's what I'm
Well
saying.
done.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, you see young cats, and then you see them getting it early on
Yeah,
to prepare.
I'm impressed.
You know
It's
what I mean?
impressive.
I'm impressed, bro.
It's
And
impressive.
the reason I say that is because time flies, man.
Yeah,
Time
yeah.
flies. Next thing, like I said earlier, next thing
you know,
30s,
you're like
you're-
me.
next thing you know, you're in 40s. You're like me, acting like a 13-year-old. You know what I mean?
Same here.
I get
I'm
it.
dancing in Target and shit.
You know, same here.
Yeah,
Making videos.
OnlyFans. and
Somebody
shit.
record me. Somebody record me.
Hold my phone.
Yeah, but shout out to the men who are doing their thing, and look
Yeah.
at for the women who are listening. If we have any women listeners, sometimes
Tell him how great of a guy I am.
okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Find me on Instagram. I'm a swell
But
guy.
if you do,
He sucks at smoking cigars.
I'm not the best.
no, he's not good at all. But he's gonna get better.
More.
But again, you want to celebrate the men in your life that are fucking showing you something. Like, it's a change, it's a step, regardless of what it is. We're not all fucking monsters.
Yeah. You
Like,
know what?
I think we need to realize that there are real men out there, and I'll just say this right now. I fuck with more real men than the fucking guys that everyone wants to demonize. I know more guys that I can respect, and that says more about my company,
Well, I mean, it says who you are,
right?
and what you're gonna be around.
So I know a lot of great men out there. So I want to celebrate that, and I want to acknowledge all the fucking guys that are out there doing their shit, and I respect it to the fullest. And just to give Jose a little praise for that, he's one of the people I think
Oh, absolutely.
has a huge stake in not only being that, but influencing
That's what I say.
people around him.
He's been an influence to me.
Honestly, he's a huge influence to me, whether he knows it or not.
Well, he knows it now.
And I guarantee he'll be back. I want him back. He was here. We wanted him earlier on the podcast, but we will get him back because I think he has so much to say.
Come back.
I want to say something, and I maybe this is a little off subject or whatever, but even hearing all that, man, I want to give a big shout out to my father, man. You know, my father raised me and my daughter. I mean, my sister. My sister.
wow.
Wow. I don't have one. Oh, my God.
So the cat's
Bombshell.
out the bag, huh?
No.
Okay.
Bombshell.
Surprise, guys.
E-news.
Breaking news. No, man. He raised me and my sister on his own for a while, man. If you guys don't know, my mother passed away when I was a kid. And he did, man. And you know, man, I was
Shout out.
You know how you said, man, like you were a bad kid? I gave this motherfucker hell, dude. Like,
dude.
I was just, he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? And I don't
Dude,
know.
Not to
You
cut
know?
you, not to
Yeah,
cut you,
go ahead.
not to cut you off, but my mom one day, this was my mom because my dad was like, hey, es un niño, you know?
Yeah.
He's a fucking boy. What do you want from him?
Yeah.
But my mom would be like, really? You started a food fight? You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, you know what? Nah, fuck this bitch. She threw something at me first. You know what I mean? But it's like, I get it.
Bro, I got
I
suspended
get it.
from high school for stealing a cup of Kool-Aid, okay? My dad comes to this, he's
But
like,
did you steal it?
No, I didn't. But my dad comes to me, he goes,
A cup of Kool-Aid. That's
and
really...
how fucking appropriate, right?
Right?
My dad comes to me, he goes, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You're stealing fucking Kool-Aid, motherfucker? And I'm like, nah, man, I didn't steal that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just walked out the class. You know what I mean?
Go on, though.
And but the point I want to make, man, is just, you know, man, me and my dad, we bump heads sometimes. Just call it what the fuck it is. But we're both very fucking aggressive men. You know what I mean? And so we get into it a little bit. But I respect that motherfucker more than anybody. Like I said, man, all the life lessons I've learned and the man that I've basically become today, mainly comes from the foundation he laid and taught me.
Totally
and
agree with you.
I couldn't be more appreciative to have that in my life,
Yeah,
man.
you know, my dad just retired recently, and I'll make this quick. But my dad retired recently, and he left to Mexico. Duh, obviously, right? He left to Mexico, and when he left, he cried.
Yeah.
You know, and I cried with him, and I told him, if I could be half of a man, that you are right now, if I could be half of that,
Yeah, you'd be good.
then I think I'm good.
I hear
You know what I mean? It's life, bro.
That's some wild
life.
shit, man.
It's life. You
That's
know
some
what I mean?
wild shit.
It just
I don't get no love. I don't
I
get no
can't
love.
reach you. I can't reach you. You know what I mean? But it just
fucking dick.
it's just the way it is. You know
No,
what I mean?
yeah, man.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful thing, man.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. And you know what, man? So with that said, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Because I'm gonna start crying right now, and
Yes. Same.
I wish my mom would call me, but you know, fucking
my
fuck
God.
that, right? Yeah. Here's another lonely night.
You guys talking about dads and shit, and I ain't got no dad.
I was thinking
Shut
so like,
the-
oh my fucking god.
Shut the fuck
I like
up
how you
with
guys
that.
went both dads, and I got no dad.
I wasn't gonna bring it up. I wasn't gonna bring it up. I wasn't gonna bring it
I
up.
like how you guys talk about dads, and I got no dad.
Cut it. For real.
You know what? But make sure you guys go check out the YouTube. Hey, and I'm tired. Ken, how many times did I tell you?
Yeah.
We need subscribers.
And we need subscribers and comments.
What are you guys
I'm hoping that
doing?
Jose was here, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah. Now we're gonna write a fucking comment.
I hope his OnlyFans trickles down
Yeah,
to
can
our
you
shit.
advertise us on your OnlyFans?
If I get my OnlyFans started, I don't
Start
think
it.
I don't think I tell you guys.
Baby toes?
Start it.
Yeah, baby toes.
Can you get some baby toes jumping?
Hey.
If you get baby toes, I'll
Hey,
subscribe.
those nipples look like baby toes. I love them.
Your nipples look like baby toes.
I like when you can flick them. Hey, you know what? Call me weird.
Hey man,
Hey.
hey, this man ain't lying.
Am I weird? Tell me.
I am
in the
bullshitting.
comments.
Yeah, tell us in the comments though, please, and subscribe and tell all your friends and family and
yeah.
everyone you fucking know. Post it on your Instagram. Shout out to my boy Louis, Ray, Carlos. These motherfuckers every week repost us, man. Big shout out to you guys.
Every week.
Yeah, every fucking week, man. Big shout out to you guys, man. That shit does not go unnoticed, and it's a big appreciation.
And during the week, it's hard to like acknowledge them,
Yeah,
but it's appreciated. Like
Yeah.
every week, it's hard. It's hard to be like on that end of the fucking spectrum and be like, oh, you guys are listening.
Also, shout out to my boy Addison. Shout out to my boy Addison, man. Yeah, audio. What is it?
Audio files.
Audio files. That's what I thought,
Podcast.
but you said it sounded a little different. Did I have it wrong?
I think it's audio
Hey,
files.
big
podcast.
shout out to them, man. Hey, check out their podcast, man. It's a music review. They do hip hop and shit, man. Check
They
them
do.
out.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, man. And my boy Addison shouts us out all the time. I'm gonna post his ass up there on the Instagram pretty soon. You know what I mean? But
Para toda la raza de español, no se pasen de verga. Ya saben, todos los mexicanos, no se pasen de verga.
viva la raza.
Ya sabes. I'm sorry, Kid Frost here.
Tú no sabes nada, güey.
Wow.
Wow.
And on that note,
Jim's
done.
like,
I'm
what
done.
are they talking about?
what?
No comprendo.
No comprendo.
Tengo el gato en
Hey,
los
with that,
pantalones.
hey, we're gonna call it a fucking night. We're headed in and out, man. Story coming soon. You know what I mean? You know how we do.
And on that note,
Okay, bye.